Oh. He wants to walk in the mucky muck.
Yeah.
Puncture marks. Could have taken the whole ear off, if not the whole head. I'm making this video to show you the ice. The ice collection at the edge. It's a little windy, I'll cover the speaker. The ice is piled up at the edge of the water, where the land meets the water. Lake Champlain limestone. Careful with him. Good boy, Muggs, you're doing it. Good boy, Muggs.
Seems a little bit close to lot lines, huh? It must be that those are...
Nice houses. Nice stone retaining walls.
Well, they must be family members in Millie Bay. Because why else would they chop up?
Piles of ice. More piles of ice. That's it. One little sip. Don't you want to wet your whistle? I think he's waiting until 5 o'clock. It's happy hour. You can get 2-for-1s. BOGO.
Where are you going, Mom?
Black spider?
Yeah, it was slate in color. I've never seen one blended perfectly into the rock.
Well now, Muggs, you having a good time? I think he wants to go on top of that pile of ice.
Yeah.
Boy, Muggs. You survived the pit bull attack, huh? Rip rap. Rocks the size of washing machines. No centimeters or millimeters involved. Rocks the size of washing machines. You know what they call those boulders that are far away from what was dumped by the glaciers?
Well, that was pushed by water.
Nope. Nope. It was pushed by icebergs. Those are called erratics when they're dumped far away from the trail that the glaciers left, when there's one boulder sitting off by itself. It's an erratic. Whoops! Things are melting. Erratic. Mrs. CW thought the waves washed that in. I don't think so. Just a little on the big side. This is a Lake Champlain. Not one of the 5 Great Lakes, of which there were almost 6. It's big when you look at it from here, but when you look on a map, it's a little sliver compared to the Great Lakes. And those Great Lakes are Lake Ontario, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Lake Michigan. No, I'm fine. Those are the 4 Great Lakes. Oy, oy, oy. What are the 5 Great Lakes? Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, and Lake Superior. Erie, Superior, Huron, Michigan, and Ontario. And Lake Champlain was almost the 6th Great Lake. Just a little sliver. Kind of sort of 100 kilometers, 160 kilometers, 100 miles long, I think. What a nice forest, huh?
Yeah, this goes to our rock outcropping, where we like to sit with a bunch of...
Good place to sit, right here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Look at the other side where it's flat.
Lots of people have sat up there. You can see how it's polished. That's a butt polish. Yep. Nice mature forest with a band that runs along the edge of the lake. There's a lot of these sand and rock formations that run along the edge of lakes. Interesting. There's words for them. Don't ask me. I don't remember. I read about them and then I forget. Max. Yeah, we're walking in the woods. In the cedar woods. Nice mature cedar forest. I think we should cut all these trees down and turn them into white cedar shingles because they've got no branches low down. Clear wood. We can get a lot of shingles out of this. Not very wide. We had a fellow come by the log house this morning on the lake. He's a log home builder, been doing it for 30 years. And he looked at the damage on the wall. We thought about some different ideas. I should have made a video of his truck, but I didn't. Oh, my battery just went dead on my radio. Gotta change the battery. Give me a sec. Mugs. Just made a pee-pee. I just deleted the truck wash videos. That's really a rinsing car wash. They brush the soap in before you go in. It's a low budget car wash, truck wash. But does a better job because they use a lot more water than the Eco Wash, the green wash on the main drag. It's lousy. They got 2-3 guys working there. They spray you down with a high pressure, but they don't brush you, or they just brush you. They brush you very little. So, got all kinds of fancy brushes and brooms and things swirling around and wiping, and does a crappy job. But when it's so full of salt and a bit of fluid film residue, and it hasn't been washed in a week or 10 days or 2 weeks, no metric for that, luckily. Needs to go through twice. There's just so much crud. I opened up the tailgate window, and on the top by the roof was all full of salt. So I'm going to have to spray it with some water and some fluid film. Otherwise it'll rust at the top of the tailgate. Behind the glass there's a steel frame all full of dusty white salt. Not a good thing because it'll rust. What's this here? Nature walk. The heck is this? Imagine if you saw someone walking on the street with that growing out of the side of their neck or their head. How could you not stare at it? Interesting, huh? Ooh, where are we? We are on a rock outcropping, big time. The only reason we got stuff growing here is because when the glaciers passed through here, they dumped some of their sand and silt, ground it up real fine in the millions of years it took to move a few inches, a few centimeters. And that's where the topsoil comes from. That plus a combination of things growing. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Things growing, things developed into trees and dropped their leaves and their seeds and their bark and their wood and created more rich soils. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Which way did Mrs. CW go? There's a fork in the road. That way? That way. I've got a stone in my shoe. More cedars. More cedars. I think this is the end of the road. Yeah, I wonder what happened to my burn pile at the yellow house. Haven't been back there. We sold it on a Friday. I towed the green truck away an hour after they took occupancy. Just the way it worked out, unfortunately. I ran out of transmission oil. Remember, I used that Allstate oil. And I went back, that was on a Friday. I went back on Monday to read the electric meter. Haven't been back since. Oh, fancy meeting you here. Good boy. All right, having a good time. You bring the picnic?
I sure did.
Ah, I forgot the picnic too. Yeah, the flies.
Yeah. Good boy. I don't want you going off the cliff.
Yeah, right down over the bank. All right, time to relax and turn off all electronic devices. Sorry. Good boy.